All right, we're going to start this off with our weather alerts page. There's nothing for the western slope. The big concerns for you for the remainder of this weekend will be the sunshine. Now, we will add some clouds on Sunday and Monday because we have an approaching storm system for Tuesday. It's rain showers for us. We're just going to be way too mild, though there will be some mountain snow up top. In the meantime, this weekend has all been about the dry conditions. Now, very dry and windy along the front range, and then further into the next time zone east of us, also very dry conditions and windy conditions. We've had plenty of sunshine for the last couple of days. We began this weekend with our ridge continuing to build into the region. That gave us near bluebird conditions for Friday and Saturday. Once we get into Saturday night, we start to increase cloud coverage. And you'll notice the way the ridge is set up, the bulging ridge, if you will. The eastern periphery of that is along the eastern plains, and that's what's setting that area up for the windy and the dry conditions, the fire threat, red flag warnings in those locations. But you also could get a lot of energy, a lot of storms coming down along that eastern periphery, and that's what we have for the late weekend period. That's why we're going to have cloud coverage on Sunday. We're still going to be very nice. We're still going to have great temperatures on Sunday, even under partly cloudy skies, though that may limit the heating available. I still think Sunday is going to be our warmest day of the forecast, and by default, we should set some new temperature records for a few areas. We had some ties on Saturday. We're going to get more ties and new sets for Sunday. But again, everything's dependent on the eastern periphery of this ridge. Now, more of these storms that are going to be riding down along that eastern zone will break this ridge up a little bit, and we will allow storm systems to move through. That's on Tuesday. That's the first opportunity. But until then, we'll still be above average temperatures. We'll still be very dry. We'll just increase the clouds, as I indicated, Saturday night, but mostly Sunday afternoon and Monday afternoon with the cloud coverage and with the windy increases. Nothing too gusty, but certainly breezy conditions, always leading into a storm system. We get the wind and the really good temperatures. Saturday afternoon, high temperatures pretty close to 80 degrees for many spots, mid-60s to mid-70s. Again, we talked about some of those temperature ties in a few clandestine locations, but we're still waiting on Sunday afternoon for Grand Junction because the record from 1988 is 77 degrees, and that's something we're going to watch for the Sunday afternoon period. So we're going to maintain these dry conditions. Grand Junction has a rain deficit a little greater than half an inch, not by much, but a little greater than a half an inch rain deficit. And we're going to look to put a little dent into it on Tuesday. This is a quick little system moving through, not a lot of mountain snow associated with it, but late next week, there's a more potent spring storm system coming through. Some of the snow models are already indicating storms well south of I-70. So we're talking San Juan's, Crested Butte, Wolf Creek, Taos, Purgatory areas, Telluride. These areas are looking at, now granted this is far away, but they're already looking at 15 to 30 inches of new snow. So that's spring snow. That would be great for the San Juans because they are one of the lowest snowpacks across the state. But rain showers are going to be welcome. As I said, the rain deficits, that's become a problem. It's only going to get deeper or drier until we get rain in the bucket. For Montrose, our rain deficit's a little greater than 3/4 of an inch. So that's deeper than Grand Junction and will continue to deepen as we get through the rest of the weekend and the start of next week. Now, again, I don't expect or anticipate wind advisories. Don't even think we'll get some red flag warnings out of this, but it is something you need to be thinking of as we continue through spring because wind is always a big element. And then you get the lightning strikes, which could be the fire start with the dry conditions. We may not even get rain to the surface, and then in which case we'll have the lightning and we'll have the wind, so that's not an ideal combination. Now, you'll notice late next week, that storm system rolling through, it does drop our temperatures. Our daytime high temperatures will take a little bit of a hit, but it's, again, not significantly cold. But if you spent any time in the garden this past week or this weekend or even beginning of next week, any time in the garden, first of all, it's going to be well worth your mental health. I'm a big fan of dirt and plants, and it's phenomenal. But these low temperatures for the mornings of late next week, these are just brief little dips to the freezing and near freezing mark. These are not prolonged dives, double clicking into the frigid zone. No, these are just brief little hits and we will rebound quickly. So I think with good preparation, knowing that we could be near freezing late next week in the mornings, good prep for your garden you'll be rewarded.